Yes, it's me again. I have not went to sleep yet. Um, Actually, I figured I'll try and stay up as much as I can, and I can sleep tonight, and then start sleeping every night. Getting back on that sleeping schedule that I had at the end of last week. And you had talked about going to bed earlier too. And that way we could be in sync with our sleep again, like we were. Last week we were pretty in sync of what time we were going to go to bed and wake up and chatting on the phone, and I think we kind of got off of that, and it's my fault. I kept you up late last night into this morning, but I just thought I would make a video. This is the best way. Sorry, my glasses keep sliding down. This is the best way to communicate with you, actually, because it is better than emails, because you don't have to sit at your desk and hold your laptop in your lap. I don't even know if you can read your emails on your laptop in bed. I'm not sure if you can or not. But I know you can watch YouTube videos on your TV in bed, nice and comfy. So this is the best way to brainstorm my thoughts and communicate. So this is fun. And we can Skype too in the future. And the only difference is, instead of you just seeing me talking, I would see you talking too, and at the same time. So, anyways, just wanted to talk about some stuff. Nothing major. First of all, I created a playlist on my YouTube channel, the YouTube channel I've been making videos on. I created a playlist, and on that Jaime Clark YouTube channel, I created a playlist. I think it's called Jamie and Chrissy's Playlist, and I downloaded a bunch of stuff. It's a lot of stuff about marriage, husband's responsibilities, husband's roles, how to be a godly husband, how to be a godly wife. I don't know. You probably already know about this stuff. You probably already know what a wife's role is, but maybe there's some things I can learn. Maybe there's things you can learn. I don't know. You might already know. But I figure it never hurts to learn extra stuff, because I want to be the best husband that I can be for you in the future when we get married. I want to be a husband that God says, wow, Jamie, he is really being a great husband, and I'm really pleased with what Jamie's doing. And I'm really happy. That's what I want God to think when he sees our marriage. I want him to think Jamie's being a great husband, Christy's being a great wife, they have a great marriage, and I want a marriage that is pleasing to God. So I figured I can learn some stuff, never too old to learn, and so there's probably a lot of stuff I can learn. I want to be the best husband I can be for you, and if there's things that I can learn along the way, I'm willing to learn those things to really be the best I can be for you. So I downloaded a bunch of stuff, and I was kind of nervous about talking to you about that shy bladder issue, so I downloaded a lot of videos on there too, saved them to the playlist, so you can look through them and know that I'm not just one person out there with this problem. There's a lot of people out there that have to deal with this shy bladder thing, and if you just go through them and read the comments, you'll see where a lot of people have this in common with me. I mean, I thought I was the only one out there that had the shy bladder problem, but there's a ton of people out there all over the world that have this problem. And also, there might become a time where, I don't know, your dad might be wondering what is going on with the shy bladder thing. When I visit and when I move in, he might be curious, and maybe you could show him that, hey, this Jamie's not just a crazy person. Tell your dad I'm not a crazy person. There's millions of people that have shy bladder syndrome. There's a technical medical term for it, but I just don't want to feel like a weirdo. I don't want to feel like a very strange individual. For a long time, all my life, I always wondered what is wrong with me. And one of my friends in Arizona, Scott, he could never understand. He knew I had the problem, but he couldn't understand why. He just couldn't. Why can't you pee? Why can't you just pee? And I could never explain it to him. I just didn't have the answers. And so now with YouTube and the internet, which is full blown now, you can go you can research anything on the internet now. You can show people that, hey, I'm not the only one out there that has this problem. There's millions of people. And it makes me feel better, because for a long time I just thought there's really something wrong with me. My head's messed up. I don't know what's going on. I'm the only person out there with this problem. It's really, why am I such a weirdo? And now I know, because of the internet, thank God for the internet. It's a blessing, because I know now that I'm not the only one out there with this problem. There's millions of people out there. And there's techniques. I'm going to watch these videos. People put out their techniques to overcome it, things like that. But if it's a struggle at first to overcome it, and it takes a while to overcome it, when I visit you and I move in to your home, then I want your dad to know that I'm not alone. I'm not a freak. There's a lot of people out there that have this problem. So if it got out, I'm gonna try and keep it discreet, just between me and you. I prefer it that way. But if your dad found out about my shy bladder, or John, or your other family members, I want them to know I'm not a freak. A lot of millions of people have this problem. And so anyways, I put a bunch of videos on there. If you felt better telling your dad, maybe you think that maybe it'll be better for Jamie if I just tell my dad, and whatever, then the videos are on there. You can prove it to him that I'm not a freak. Millions of people have this problem. And I wish that the internet was really up and going back in the late 90s. I could have showed my friend Scott, look Scott, look at these YouTube videos. I'm not a freak. Millions of people have this problem, and it's not uncommon. So anyways, moving on. So I put that stuff on there, and yeah, I'm up. I had a cup of coffee. I'm just gonna push myself to stay up. I want to get on a sleeping schedule. I know when I'm gonna call the doctor, and they said, I told them I wasn't feeling well. I talked to the person at the desk on the phone, and it's called Cascades Family Practice. It's connected to our hospital, Sky Lakes Medical Center, and I've been going there for years. Ever since I moved back here in 2000, I've been going there, and I told them I'm not feeling well. I don't know what's wrong with me. And she said that I could, I told her that, she said call when they open, and they'll set up a same-day appointment, so I don't have to wait to get in to see my regular doctor, and they can come in and check me out and do what they need to do. I don't know, probably blood work to check my thyroid, things like that. And I told her on the phone, I said that'd be great, because there's days where I feel better than others, and it'd be better for me to not have to worry about setting up a permanent appointment, for me just to come in on a day where I wake up and I'm like, I feel the best I can feel today, so I'm gonna go ahead and call and get in. It'll be better than trying to set up an appointment, and on the day of my appointment, I just feel like crap. I just can't do it, and I have to cancel, reschedule. So this is way better. Just get in, get the tests done, and then after they're all done, then I can set up an appointment and talk to my regular physician and say, hey, I'm back on, I need refills on my Seroquel, my Prozac. Have her work with me and coordinate with me and get this going. And then when I go up to St. Helen, I'll get established with at Columbia County Behavioral Health, and in another health clinic in your town, and continue with my medical care and all that stuff. It's always good to have a doctor and going for physical exams. Even if people do their own herbal supplements and natural remedies, it's always good to get a doctor's point of view and them say, well, you got this going on with you, let's put you on this, man. And you can say, well, I want to look up other remedies, other supplements, things like that. I don't want to be taking a bunch of meds, but it's always good. Doctors can tell you got this possibly going on. Like with you you have arthritis, and instead of the doctor pumping you a bunch of, filling your body system full of a bunch of meds, you went home, researched it yourself, and now you do your own thing, which is probably a lot safer and better for you than popping a bunch of medications. But for me, I don't mind doing, a thyroid pill is really not that big of a deal. Seroquel, Prozac, not a big of a deal. A cholesterol pill, probably not a big deal. But if they start adding a list of meds, and I'm going to be like, wait a minute, I want to see if there's other natural remedies I can do before you prescribe a bunch of meds. I don't want to be a guinea pig. So it's always good to see a doctor, and they can tell you this is exactly, and then you can say, well, okay, you say this is wrong. I'm going to see if there's natural remedies instead of medications. So that's always good. But I'll get established up there in St. Helens with a doctor, and see someone, I guess, at that Columbia Mental Health, and just so I can keep getting my medications and stuff. I don't want to start this and then get up there and stop it. I want to just keep it going so I can stay strong and stay healthy, and reduce this OCD and anxiety and all this stuff. All right, so what else I was going to say? I was going to talk about some more stuff. Anyways, what else was I going to say? Just give me a second. Oh, one of the things I was going to say was you said bringing the mattress upstairs, a twin mattress. If it's going to be in the way for us to walk around in your bedroom, I was thinking I could just do the sleeping bags and maybe get a mattress topper to put under me for padding, since you have a wood floor in your bedroom. And that way when I wake up, I can just kind of roll it up, move it out of the way, so you can move around in there. And when I go to bed, I can lay it out on the floor. A mattress you can't roll up and get it out of the way. But you might have already figured this out. You might have a way to move up the mattress, put it against the wall so it's out of the way, and then lay it down when it's bedtime. You might have already figured this out. I'm just brainstorming right now to make I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you. I want life to be easy for you. If we're watching TV during the day in your bedroom and you want to take a nap, then I can go without. I can cut the TV off and just go someplace else and let you nap, or I can just sit and read or something and have it quiet, so you can nap or whatever you need me to do. I don't want to come in, and I know you said we would talk about this later, but my concern is for you. It's always been about you. I know you're delicate and you need your rest, and my concern is for you. My priority is for you to stay well. I don't want you to be sick from not getting enough sleep. I want you to stay well because I love you. I want you to be with me for a very long time, forever, as long as we live. When we get old and gray-haired, and I want you with me. I want you around. So my goal is my job as a husband, future husband, and my job as your boyfriend right now is to take care of you and make sure you're healthy and you're getting the rest that you need. And I don't want to disrupt that because I need you to stay healthy. I love you. I need you, and I'm going to take care of you. I want you to be healthy and happy. We'll bend over backwards to make sure you're healthy and happy, and I'm taking care of you. And we go for walks. I walk slow with you, and we're at the store. I carry everything for you. I want you to stay healthy and happy. I don't want you to strain yourself. I don't want you to be in pain from lifting things, and so that's I just let me do that. Just let me come in, and everything your dad does for you, he'll probably still do it because he's your dad, but I'm also going to do it too. I need to learn what you need me to do and things like that. So if comes a time when your dad's not around anymore, I'm ready to take over. So and maybe it'll be good for me to, also to give your dad a rest. Me, taking over and doing everything for you gives him time to do more of the things he wants to do, because he knows that you're taken care of. He will know that I love you, and I'll be like, Tony, I got this. I'll take care of Christy. You want to go outside and go for a walk? You want to do the things you enjoy? I'll take care of Christy. I love Christy. I love your daughter. I'm here now. I will do these things. Trust me, as Jesus, Lord, is my witness. She's fine. She's in loving hands, and so he can enjoy his golden years. And let's see what else. I'm just going to do these things for you because I love you. That's unconditional love. And I'm going to be so happy to do that. Helping you in the kitchen, helping you with pots and pans, washing dishes. Just I want you happy. That's my goal. You being happy, you smiling, that's my goal. And doing everything for you and seeing you happy is going to be like a magical power. Your happiness is going to magically overcome me, and I'm going to be so happy and everything from seeing you happy. So that's why. Just your happiness will bring my happiness. And let's see what else I was going to say. You cut your bangs. Christy, if you need help with your bangs, I will do your bangs. Just tell me, Jamie, can you do my bangs today? Sure, my love. How do you want me to cut your bangs? How short do you want it? I will make sure I do it exactly the way you want it done. So you don't have to try to struggle with your hands. Maybe you can do it. I don't know. I don't know too much about your rheumatoid arthritis, but if you need help, I will be there. I will help you. If you need help cutting your bangs, whatever you need, whatever you want it done, I will do it. No questions asked. And I'll be absolutely happy to do it with the smiling ear to ear, because I love you. It'll just be fun. It'll be fun to do these things for you. And what else was I going to say? Also, your dad. I care about your dad too. I don't know your dad. I haven't talked to your dad, but I've seen a couple videos. He seems really nice, and what you told me about him is really nice. And I'm coming up there, and I'm not gonna be a freeloader. I want to pay my way, and I'm gonna help with house chores, and I'll wash all the dishes, and I'll mainly wash them, so you don't have to worry about them being clean. I know you say your dad leaves greasy dishes, but I'll do this for you. I'm gonna pull my weight and do what I want to do. I'm gonna pull my weight and help out and pay you what we discussed, the $400, whatever, and any extra you need. And I'm going to do my share and probably do more than my share. Christy, I don't want you to struggle doing your chores. I will step up and do your chores if you need me to. It's no big deal. It's going to give me something to do when you're resting. I know you take naps, you rest a lot. I don't mind. I'll do your chores for you. No big deal. It gives me something to do. And if you want to help, maybe that could be something we do together as a couple. No big deal. I mean, doing chores together, that's fun. We can make something fun out of it, tell silly jokes, make funny farm animal noises or something. But make fun out of it. Make it fun. But that's fine. It'll give me something to do chores, and like I said, I'll pull my weight, and it's no big deal. It's something I want to do. I've always pulled my weight, and everywhere I lived, and it's no problem. I would love to do it, and you can tell your dad that too. That I love to do it. No big deal, and. If I do something wrong, just tell me, and I'll correct it. If your dad says, well, he didn't clean this right or he didn't do that right, better to live in a happy household than frustration, right? So if your dad says he didn't clean this right or whatever, just tell me, and I'll step up to the plate and do it right. No big deal. But, it's no problem. And anything your dad needs help with is no problem. I want, I know we're gonna get married in the future. That's what I want. I know that's what you want. And there's nobody else I want to be with but you. I have never loved anybody so much in my life like I love you. And I get nervous saying that sometimes. Maybe I think, well, am I telling her I love her too soon? But Jesus tells us He loves us in the Bible, and He made it known the day we were born. So I think it's okay for me to tell you I love you with all my heart and soul. From the deep bottom of my heart, you've told me you love me from the bottom of your heart, and I consider my girlfriend. And I lost track. Anyways, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. I've never done things like this before. I never called anybody and sang songs in their voicemail, and. Normally I'm not comfortable doing YouTube videos and stuff, but with you, I feel comfortable doing this, and, I love you. I've never done this stuff before. I never sang to anybody before. Never in my life have I sang to anybody like I sing to you. And it's just, I do it because I love you so much, and it's fun, and I'll serenade you every day if you want to, sing to you every day. And every day, you wake up, and as soon as you open your eyes, or as soon as I wake up and I see you're awake, I'm going to say something funny to make you laugh and tell you a joke. I might have to use Google for help with coming up with good jokes. They have some pretty good jokes on Google Assistant. But I'll come up with something funny and creative, and I just want you happy and laughing and smiling all the time. That's why I did the funny hand puppet thing, the little show being ridiculous. Not because I'm crazy, I'm just goofy, and I want you to be happy. This is my serious side talking to you right now, because I can be serious. I just, I want you happy and smiling. That's why I was goofy this morning, doing the hand thing and things like that. It's just fun, seeing you smile and happy and everything. But your dad, I want to come up there, and I don't want to be, well, I'm just here for Christy. I want to be here. I want to be there for your dad too. If your dad needs help with anything, things like that, I want to be, in the future I will be his son-in-law, and I want to start being the type of son-in-law right away, helping him out and doing things for him. I care about your dad too, and I want him to live happy, and this is his golden years. I think you said he's 74. This is his golden years, and it's his time to be happy and enjoy life, and I care about him. I want him to be happy, and I'll do anything I can to help him. And I already care about your dad, and I'll be there for him. And same with the rest of your family. I don't know the rest of your family, but you told me about You told me about your family, and I will be there for them too. I hope they like me and they accept me, and I hope your dad likes me and accepts me. And I'm just praying to the Lord that they do. I'll keep praying till my first visit. When I come up there on the train, I'm going to be praying that they like me and accept me. And I want to be there for your family too. Brian needs help with anything. Your sister-in-laws, nieces, anything I can do to help out. Because I want to be, just because my family isn't the greatest doesn't mean that I'm anti-family. If we get married, I want to be involved in your family as much as you want me to be involved in. Because I want to care about your family too. Jesus is all about caring about other people. So, that's what I want. I want to be there for your dad and help your dad out, and things like that. And because I care about your dad, and I want him to live, a longer life. If he can live another 10 happy years, 15 happy years, that's great. Let's do it. Let's do what we can do. I'll do what I can do to, help him out any way I can, so he is happy in his golden years, because I care about your dad too. And let's see what else. As far as I was thinking, the water bill thing, and you said you're worried about using water because the water bill was low because of the magnets, or whatever you said. You've been having a low water bill because you're afraid to start using a lot of water and them get suspicious. Well, there's an easy solution to this. I should have thought about this right away. I'm going to have to fill out a post office change of address card, and they're going to mail it to me to your address, and it's going to have the date that I moved, the date that I changed my address, right on that change of address post office card. I've moved a lot, and they always put the dates that you requested a change of address and to have your mail forwarded. I will keep that. We will store it somewhere, so if the water company says, well, gee, you're using a lot more water now, what's going on? Well, we can take it there and say, hello, I just moved in. I'm using a lot of water now. I'm a water user. Here's the proof of when I moved in. See, problem solved. They'll say, oh, well, you just moved in. Okay, no problem then. Proof that he just moved in, and he's the water hoarder. So that's no problem. We got that problem solved right there. Nothing to worry about. That'll be something for your dad not to have to worry about either. Proof is in the change of address form that they're going to mail to me. It'll probably be mailed a couple days after I'm up there. Usually you fill out the change of address at the post office, and then a couple days later, about a week later, you get something in the mail at your new mailing address, which will be your house, and it'll say the date you changed your address, and then they throw in a bunch of coupons and stuff in there, but We'll just keep the main document so we can prove to the water company I moved in, I'm the one using the water. So no problem there. Very smart. See, these solutions are starting to get very easy. Discussing things and thinking and brainstorming actually is pretty good. And let's see. And I just, I'm excited to visit. And because I know when I visit, it'll be all, it'll be just, first time I'm up there visiting, but I can still tuck you in, make sure you're comfy, kiss you on the forehead and say, sleep good, my princess, and then I go to bed, sleep, and, you can talk, you see your dad the next day, and you can say, well, Jamie, he tucked me in last night, and he was so sweet, and this will be fun, man, this will be fun stuff that I want to do, just tucking you in every night, and, wishing you sweet dreams and all that stuff. It'll be awesome. I can't wait to do that. And things like that. Let's see, what else? I don't know. I sent you an email with the child support thing for John. It's not my concern. I'm not. I come up there. He's still there. It's not my worries. My worry is. My concern is for you and your dad. You're fragile. There's no question about it with your arthritis, and that's why I'm going to take extra special loving care of you every day. And you can tell your dad I said that. And I'm going to take care of your dad and be there for your dad. Love both of you. And I don't want you guys to be unhappy. And if I see you're frustrated with John and your dad's frustrated, we need to come up with a solution to solve the problem. I don't want my Christy upset. I want my Christy happy. I want your father happy. So we'll have to figure out a solution. Even if I have to go down there and say, hey, buddy, you're making him unhappy. I want you out of here. Then that's the way it has to be. I don't know. Whatever we need to do, I'm not afraid to step up to the plate. Like I said, I will protect you. I will not let you be unhappy. I'm not going to let someone be there that is making you unhappy. I'm not going to allow that. You are going to be my wife. You have every right to live your life happy and be happy. And same with your dad. He's going to be my future father-in-law. You both have every right to live your life happy. And if someone is causing a disruption, then I feel like I want to step in and do something about it. So I don't care what I have to do. If I have to go down and talk to the sheriff's office, file a restraining order, whatever I have to do to make sure you're happy and your dad's happy and you get rid of that stress, I will do it. Now, like I said, it's none of my business. Maybe he will start doing stuff, John. Maybe he will realize that, God ain't going to hand him a silver platter and say, here's all this stuff, here's free gifts. He has to go out and work for it. God doesn't like, lazy Christians. When people were building cities and nations in the old days, they had to work with their hands and stuff. When Noah built the ark, did God help him? No, God said, I want you to build an ark, Noah. I want it to be this big. And he made Noah build the ark. He did not help Noah build the ark. So, if there's a shadow, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I'm seeing things. But he made Noah build the ark. He made Noah do the work. And so that's the same with John. John has to realize God's not going to hand him stuff. He has to go out and work for it. Sometimes God blesses us stuff based on rewards. If we do good and we're working hard and we're living a Christian life, God will bless us with things. And sometimes if we're down and out, he'll bless us. But I think God is the type of God that wants us to work. Let's face it, God worked to create the world and everything. It says it right in the Bible. God rested on the seventh day. The Sabbath day, God rested, which tells me God worked hard to create everything. God worked to do it, of course, because it says he rested. So we have to work to get what we need in life. I mean, God can lead us to water, but he can't force us to drink it. We have to be the ones to physically grab the water and drink it. Because if you don't have water, eventually you're not going to live. So, but anyways, enough about that. The point is, we'll figure out a way to take care of it. I don't want you to be stressed out. I don't want you worrying about if John goes, he'll break in. No, he ain't going to break in. No, we're going to solve that problem. Whatever we need to do. I don't want you to be stressed out. I don't want to talk about it. It's none of my business. Maybe, I don't know. I don't even care if he's there. It doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you and it bothers your dad, then it will bother me. And if you're unhappy and your dad's unhappy, it's going to bother me. And, I don't want you and your dad to be unhappy, because I love you and I care about your dad, and, I want you both to be happy. So that's my goal. All right, moving on away from that. Let's see. I'm just thinking of all the fun stuff that I'm gonna do for you when we're permanently together and I'm up there. Boy, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm a salesman and I'm trying to sell to Jamie. Hey, buy Jamie now for $19.95. Includes shipping and handling. Here's the features that comes with Jamie. He's this. And I feel like I'm a salesman, but I'm just telling you who I am, the type of person I am. You already know that I love giving stuffed animals, because I ordered those stuffed animals for you. I thought they were cute. The wolf and the tiger. I thought, wow, those are cute. She would love those. And, so I do stuff like that. And, I might be out and about, going somewhere sometime in St. Helens, and I might decide to pop in somewhere and surprise you with a couple roses. Come home and say, Christy, and I have roses behind my back, a couple roses behind my back, and give them to you and surprise you that way. And just doing fun, loving stuff for you. That is fun. It's not for me, though. It's for you. I mean, I'm doing this for you, not for me. Let me explain what I mean by that. Okay, I come in from going somewhere, right? And I say, I have my hand behind my back, and you're standing there. Or I come into the bedroom, and, I say hello, and I'm smiling, and I tell you a silly joke, and then I reach out from behind my back, and there's two beautiful roses, and I give them to you, and just a smile on your face, and you feeling so happy and smiling, that is going to be the greatest smile I've ever seen in my life. The most beautiful smile. You have the most beautiful smile anyways, but just seeing you glow with happiness for those things, that is what I live for. Doing these things for you is what I would live for. Surprising you with roses and things like that. That's what I would live for. Just you being happy is what I live for. You being happy and joyous and knowing you're loved, that's what I live for. That's the energy. That's what I want. That's what lifts me up. That's what will wake me up every day. And instead of me just saying, oh, I have to get out of bed, they'll be like, boom, I'm jumping up out of bed. Wow, it's a brand new day. Look at it. It's raining and it's still beautiful outside. And you're beautiful, Christy. And I'll be jumping up out of bed every day. So excited to start a new day with you. And, that's what I live for. Things like that. And let's see. And you can share this stuff with your dad. That's cool. I want him to know that what kind of guy that what kind of boyfriend and husband I'm going to be for you. I want him to know. That's exciting. To know that I'm gonna, spoil his daughter, his little girl, with love and things like that. I'm gonna pamper you with love and all those things. So that's cool. I would want him to know that I'm gonna pamper you with love and spoil you with love. All right, let's see what else. Oh yeah. I'm just going through things in my head. These are things I wanted to do in the past, anyways. I've always been kind of had an entrepreneur type of mindset. There's been a couple times when I was in Arizona that, I always tried to look into home businesses and being self-employed and stuff, and I always tried to look into this stuff, and then of course I had to go on disability in 2006, and I kind of got away from that. But within the last several months before I met you, I was thinking, maybe I could start this type of business, and I started thinking about that stuff again. And it's not nothing I have to do right away. I'm just brainstorming and telling you my ideas. I don't have to do it right away. My main goal is getting up there and getting settled into your home, and learning you and your dad's life, and just learning. It's a new home. You have to learn new routines and everything. But what I want to do is, anyways, when I was in Phoenix, I tried to start a mail order catalog business through a company called SMC, and that was such a long time ago. I don't remember what the initials SMC stood for, but what they were a catalog merchandise company, and I got my business license, and I called my business JWC Marketing. I got it licensed through the state of Arizona, and I had a business P.O. box, and I had my business license, and what I did was I ordered catalogs through SMC, and I did a massive 1,000 mailing piece campaign, and I mailed a bunch of these catalogs, thin catalogs, to 1,000 people throughout the United States, and I got a bulk mailing permit from the post office, and I mailed them. And the goal was to get orders, and they would send the checks to my P.O. box with the order slip. I would fill the order, and the stuff that they would order would be through this SMC company. This SMC had a huge warehouse the size of several football fields, just full of different merchandise. They had some electronic games that they sold. They had those little knickknacks that you set on shelves, decorative knickknacks. They sold a bunch of stuff, and I got that stuff at a cut rate, and I was selling them to people for the wholesale price. Or I'm sorry, I got the stuff at a wholesale price, which is okay. So, and I sold it to them for the retail price. So I don't know. Let me say, for example, I don't know. I think I sold some stuff to some people when I worked at Chase Bank. I was like, they were interested in what I was selling, and I gave them some catalogs, even though I wasn't supposed to. We kind of had to do it in hiding, because you're not supposed to go to work and try and promote your own business. They don't like that too well. So we kind of did it on the side, and I took catalogs in to some of my coworkers, and they ordered some stuff from me. I think this one lady, Hispanic lady, she ordered some decorative little piggy things that you set on a shelf. And for example, I paid, I don't know, let's say they're $20 retail, all right? So the person who bought them from me paid $20, okay? I paid probably, I don't know, $7. So you see, I got a $13 profit. And that's how it worked. I bought stuff from SMC at wholesale. I sold it to people at retail. I got a profit. SMC, they handled all the shipping and handling. All I had to do was place the orders and submit the orders, and they took care of the shipping and handling. So that was my business. But it did not work because I didn't have enough money invested. I was trying to do it on a shoestring budget. I didn't have the money invested in it. I just had to give it up. I wasn't making enough money. Out of the 1,000 catalogs that I mailed out, I think I got 2 orders, and I was like, that ain't enough. I needed about, probably out of 1,000 catalogs, I was hoping for about 200 orders. About 150 orders to 200 orders out of the 1,000 that I mailed out to make it and keep going, and I only got 2 orders. And what I did was I got envelopes, and I addressed them to the people who sent me the checks with the order forms, and I mailed the checks back to them and said, I'm sorry, I can't fill these orders. I have to shut my business down. And I mailed their checks back to them with an apology note. And I shut my business checking account down, and I just gave it up. I just couldn't do it. I just didn't have enough. I needed a computer system that took automated phone calls and all that. I just didn't have enough to get it going. But I did try though. This was back in early '98, but it just didn't go nowhere. And then I thought about, well, I'm going to write a book about how to start your own business, how to start your own home business. And I had a coworker. She was going to actually type the book for me and help me out. And my job was to sell these books. I started a phone number. I had a phone number through a business in Phoenix, Arizona, and what it was they called the phone number. My glass keeps sliding down. They call a phone number, and they would hear my greeting, and I would give them directions if they were interested in ordering the book, where to send the money order, who to make it out to, and then they would send me the check or the money order, and I would send them the book. Well, I didn't get I tried an experiment, and I didn't generate enough calls, so that didn't work out. So I've always tried to be, entrepreneur, try to come up with my own ideas, try to be self-employed. But what I want to do now, hold on. I'm holding the phone and my wrist hurts. Sorry, I gotta stretch it out. I held the phone in my left hand for too long. When we Skype, if you still want to do that, and we're actually seeing each other, I'm gonna have to switch hands. Hold it in my right. My neck's fine. I can hold. Okay, I have the phone in my right hand. My elbow's resting on my stomach. That's comfortable. My neck doesn't hurt. I can do this for a while. But then after probably 10 minutes, I'd have to switch back and forth, right hand to left hand. I've held this phone for 40 minutes in my left hand, and my left hand's stiff now. My wrist is stiff. I have to stretch it out. It kind of hurts. But if I switch hands, if I remember to switch hands, I'm okay. If I don't remember to switch hands, then you're going to see what you just saw. Me kind of stretching my hands out, kind of stiff, kind of hurts a little bit. But I'll be all right. I just have to stretch it out, and probably 10 minutes I'll be okay. But anyways, what I want to do is, what I'm thinking is, maybe once I get established in your home, and when I move up there, and I'll just go over these ideas with you, and just brainstorming. You can tell me what you think. I'm not worried about it. You're gonna be my wife in the future. You're my girlfriend. You can tell me, I don't think that's a good idea. It doesn't sound like it's gonna work. I respect your opinion and what you think, because I love you. I always want to pass ideas by you and see what you think. But what I want to do is, maybe when I get up there, is try to find a used little pickup truck. Probably, I don't know, somewhere around $500, and bring it home to your place, because I know your dad works on cars at your house, and do an oil change, kind of do a tune-up, and let's see, I'm going to switch hands again. I prefer my left hand. I don't know, I can talk and move my hand around. But I want to do a tune-up, get it fixed, get it up and going, and because I know that St. Helens, your guys' grass is all dead thanks to your cheesy water department. I don't know what their problem is, but I know all the lawns are dead there. But there's other towns south of you, Spruce, whatever it's called, and in the town going north, I guess there's a town as soon as you cross the Washington border, there's a town there, and then there's a few towns between St. Helens and Portland. What I want to do is get a little pickup, and maybe get a lawnmower, a used lawnmower, just kind of do a little tune-up on it, get a weed whacker, and maybe I could do side jobs, mowing lawns and stuff. And until I get the pickup, maybe I could just do some side jobs helping people in St. Helens. I'm sure there's somebody that needs help with something. Maybe someone needs help. Someone needs somebody to help them move something for a few dollars, or maybe someone needs some weeds pulled for a few dollars or something. To save a little money here or there, to save that's under the table, in cash, and I can save it a little bit of time, get the pickup, and then I can mow lawns under the table, because mowing lawns, even if I have to drive to Portland for a few lawn jobs per week, and I came up with the slogan, I had it this morning, happy lawn mowing man spreading the gospel, or happy, I don't know, a catchy headline to get people to see that I'm in business for cutting lawns. I'm not going to do it full time. I don't want to be overwhelmed with mowing lawns. Maybe just, 3 lawns per week, maybe $60 a week or something, $80 a week, keeping it under the table, just a catchy slogan, somewhere where it catches people's eyes, and like, oh, he's a happy-go-lucky, loving Christian guy who spreads the gospel with gospel tracts. And I would prefer to have him cut my lawn than some other guy cut my lawn who isn't so happy and spreading the joy of Jesus. And I could get jobs like that, a few jobs per week, with people who want a happy, loving, happy Jesus-loving lawn mowing guy, and pick up a few dollars every week and save that up. And for my main business goal, the one that I had in my mind back when the coronavirus started in March, I had the money, and I helped my brother out with a lot of my stimulus check, and I thought, well, there's a coronavirus going on. Governor Brown has shut everything down. This business is not going to work right now. So I decided I'll give it to the food bank, and it just didn't seem like a good time to start this business. But in the future, I pray that everything will absolutely go back to normal. I have faith it will. I don't think this pandemic is doomsday. I don't think it's Armageddon. I don't think it's the tribulation thing. But we don't know when the tribulation is going to be. But I don't want to live in a doomsday world in my mind. You know, I want to be like you. I want to be happy. I don't want to think about that stuff. I want to be happy. I want to just think that we don't know when the tribulation is going to be. We'll leave that up to Jesus. We'll leave that up to God when it's going to happen. I don't want to be thinking about it. I just want to be thinking about, let's laugh at Scooby-Doo cartoons and let's enjoy our lives. Let's not worry about the doomsday stuff. Let's not hear about that stuff. So I have hope that things are going to go back to normal. And this will be the business that I want to start. That's why I want to mow lawns and save up some money here or there so I can try and do this business. Now I'm going to try and hurry up because I know this video is now at 46 minutes and I don't want to tire you out with a long video. But you can share this with your dad too. Maybe get his feedback. Get his input on this. I don't know. I mean, the more input I get, the better, I guess. But what I would like to do is mow lawns, save some money here or there under the table. And when I get enough money, I've been thinking about this, I would like to start my own little advertising business. And what I would like to do, I'm sorry if this video goes a little long, I'm sorry about that. But what I want to do is start my own advertising business. And I've been thinking about this. I've been doing the figures on calculators, doing the cost figures. What I want to do is start my own little advertising business. And what it is it's going to be mailing flyers for small businesses. And there's lots of people out there that they sell products all the time. Maybe there's a new person out there that has an idea for a product and they need someone to help promote their product through mailing flyers and advertisement. So what I want to do is get the equipment. I need a good laptop computer. I need a good photocopy machine that puts out what I want to do is have a photocopy machine that can put out, because I'm gonna have my laptop computer, and if I can set up the contracts with people, I'm gonna me and that person's gonna come up with a campaign flyer slogan. It's just gonna be one sheet of paper that has one page on one side, the flyer. Come to Bob's Barbecue Steakhouse, and it's a new business opening up in St. Helens, and 10% off for seniors, and it's a new, I'm just giving an example. Say Bob's Barbecue came in to business in St. Helens, and they needed someone to mail out a bunch of flyers to residents in St. Helens, and maybe they want people driving through who live in Portland to come and stop by and eat barbecue steakhouse at Bob's Steakhouse or whatever. This is just an example. So my job would be, they hire me, we come up, I create a color flyer with color ink based on what they want their campaign ad to say, and what they want their flyer to say. That's up to the business what they want their campaign ad to say. And what I do, I do the work. I create the flyer on the laptop, on the computer laptop, and I'll hook it up to just a printer, and I'll print out a main primary copy. And I'm going to take that primary copy, and I want to have money for a photocopy machine, and I'm going to put out 1,000 copies of that flyer, 1,000 color copies of that flyer. And there's companies out there that sell mailing lists all the time. And for, I don't know, what a mailing list is just people's names and their addresses. That's all a mailing list is. And they sell you 1,000 names for like $200 for 1,000 names. And I can target in certain areas. So I can get a hold of a company that specializes in mailing lists for Portland, Oregon, or Portland metro area. And I got the list. I'm going to keep the names saved on a computer. So I can save that mailing list all the time. So those names, once I get that mailing list with those names and addresses, I'm going to save those names and addresses on a computer, on a hard drive, whatever. And I'm going to because I'm going to be reusing those names and addresses over and over again for several different businesses. So I got the mailing list, and I got the flyer typed out, the color flyer that the business owner or the person selling a product, whatever they want me to do, I type it out, I present it to them, I get their okay, and then I put out 1,000 copies on a color photocopy machine. And then I fold them, I seal them with tape, and I'm going to have self-adhesive mailing labels. Then I'm going to type the addresses on a computer, and it will print in and print them out, and I can just peel and stick on the flyers. The folded flyers, fold them in threes, and kind of put a piece of tape to keep them together, peel and stick. And I'll have 1,000 ready to go. And I'm going to apply at the post office for a bulk mailing permit, which will give me a discounted rate for mailing massive amounts of bulk mail. When you mail flyers and stuff, you can get a permit from the post office where instead of paying 50 cents per a piece of first class mail, you can get a rate of 20 cents per piece of mail. So that's like the 30-cent savings when you have a bulk mail permit. And I get them ready for the mail, and what I have to do is get them ready. I have to sort them according to zip code. I take them to the post office. I say, here, I got some bulk mail. I gave it to the person in the back room at the post office. They mail it for me. And I get the bulk rate because they're just flyers, and I'm doing the sorting myself. I'm organizing by zip code, where normally when you mail something first class, they have to do the sorting at the post office. But I will be doing the organizing and sorting. I just show up in a tote that is given, that the post office will let me borrow a tote. I take it there. I give them the mail. It's already pre-sorted by zip code. I get the discounted rate. They mail them for me. And then I will charge the person I'm doing this for, the business, private individual, a fee for the cost of doing it, whatever it costs me to make the flyers. And because I got the paper costs to make the photocopies. I got ink for the printer. It's going to cost me I think it's going to cost me $200 to mail 1,000 of them. So I'm going to charge them that, and I'm going to charge my fee, what I will charge them for me to do this for them. And so I'm thinking I could probably profit per contract, one person, one business, for 1,000 flyers, which will probably take me, probably 10 hours to do 1,000 and get them ready for the mail. I'll charge them $200 to do 1,000, and then I want to keep growing. So I start off with a couple contracts, and then as I get more involved in it, I can get more contracts, and I just let it grow and grow. And what I want to do is, as it's growing and getting bigger, gosh, I'm sorry, honey, this is going to be probably an hour video. I'm sorry. I just got a lot of these energizing ideas in my head I want to share with you. I want to share everything with you. Everything I'm thinking, I want to share with you. So I'm sorry, honey, this is a little long, but I'm almost done. But what I want to do is, as the contracts get bigger and bigger, I start with a couple contracts. I don't need that much equipment. Maybe just one photocopy machine. That's it. As I get more contracts, signed up with more people, I can buy, and I get more money generated, I can buy another photocopy machine. So I can have 2 photocopy machines. And then I can expand and get a couple more photocopy machines. And that way I can do multiple contracts, maybe 5 contracts per week. As it gets growing and growing, I can hire someone part-time, maybe $1 over minimum wage, and they can help me, maybe a college student part-time, maybe just someone who needs a extra income part-time. Anybody who needs a side job, probably 20 hours a week, I can hire them, and they can work for me, helping me get these flyers ready. And basically, I want to get to the point where the photocopy machines, possibly I go to bed and they're working. I got probably 4 photocopy machines while I'm sleeping, putting out flyers. And then I wake up, I gather up the flyers, I call whoever's working for me part-time, and I say, hello, yeah, I got them ready, come and get them. They do them, they bring them to me, they show proof that they did the work, and I say, here's your check, here's your pay. And then I take care of it. I get the flyers in the mail. And the more contracts I get, the more I can expand it and make it grow. And I was thinking, I don't know, I don't want to, what I was thinking, you know, you're probably thinking, where are you going to put all these photocopy machines at? I was thinking, I don't know, there's a couple ideas. If John leaves in the future, I can use that spare bedroom and put them in there. They don't, photocopy machines, I don't know if you've ever been to Staples or any office supply store, they don't take up a lot of room. And because they stand up tall. The height, they're more height taking room than width. You know what I mean? And I could put 4 of them side by side. It doesn't take a lot of room. And, you know, if they're running, you know, the electric bill will go up a little bit. I'll pay the electric bill. I'll pay the extra fee. I was going to have to do that anyways. If I did it in my apartment, you know, I was going to pay my extra electric bill, of course, with the profits that I make from doing contracts for people. And if the basement bedroom doesn't work because John's still there, or it's not cleaned up yet, you know, they sell those outdoor sheet metal storage things with doors. I could, if your dad's okay with it, I could put one in the yard. They're not very big. People use them to put lawnmowers in and stuff. I can keep one out there, and that way if it rains, it won't get the stuff wet. And I can run an outdoor extension cord to plug this stuff in, and I could put a few extra locks on the door so no one breaks in and steals the photocopy machines if we're gone somewhere. And I can do it out there. Just all I have to do, it would just be photocopy machines out there in the storage thing. It's a very small storage thing. It's not very big. It's for lawnmowers and stuff that people use for lawnmowers. I've seen people have them. They're not very big. They're made out of sheet metal. They have doors that lock. Just keep a few in there for, you know, keep the if it expands and gets big, the business, and I need more photocopy machines, I can keep them out there in that storage thing in the yard. Run an outdoor extension cord from your house to the shed. They call them a shed, and run the photocopy machines that way. That way they're not in the house in the way. Or I can think of something else. If you have another idea, I don't know. But I'm just brainstorming ideas to you. And what this will do is if it generates income and if it takes off, and the business takes off, I don't know if it will. It may not. I don't know. A lot of people do mail advertising. I'm sure that you've gotten a lot of junk mail that says current resident, and then it has your address. Current resident means it's mailed to anybody that lives in your house can look at it and read it. If it says current resident, it's for anybody that lives there. So a lot of people do mail advertising. It's just a lot of, the thing is, sometimes when you're a small business and you're trying to get things going, you got 1,000 extra things to do. You don't have time to sit there and spend 10 hours a day making flyers, folding them, labeling them, taking them to the post office. So that's where I come in. I do this for people, and I charge them a fee. And as it gets going bigger, if it gets bigger, I hire people to do this for me. I'm just their boss, and I have time off for me and you to travel when you are feeling well, to travel, to go to the coast, and do things like that. And then we have, if this business was to take off, I'm not saying it's going to take off. If it did, we wouldn't even have to worry about Social Security at all anymore. Neither one of us. We would be, the figures I have done can generate, maybe I'm being too optimistic, too hopeful, but you know, I've done some figures. Okay, if I have 20 contracts, 25 contracts, you know, I think I did some figures with just like 20 contracts, and hiring someone part-time to help me, that's like $5,000 a month after I paid taxes and everything. That's way more than both of our Social Securities put together. And we could think about buying a bigger house and making future plans and creating a nest egg for us. And, you know, I don't know, if it took off, maybe I'm being too optimistic and hopeful, but we could get a bigger house and be a nice bigger yard for your dad to enjoy, and things like that. Be a nicer house for all of us to be in. And your dad would always come with us. Your dad, everywhere we go, I would want your dad to go. So that'd be great. Anyways, it's been an hour. Wow, I'm sorry. Just got a lot to say. I know this is the best way to tell you, so you can just lay in your bed, eat your Cheetos, and just absorb what I'm taking. And plus, it's a fun way for you to get to see me and hear me and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm kind of slouching over to the left. I need to sit up a little bit straighter. All right. Anyways, that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed the other videos I sent you earlier. I was trying to be silly. This is more my serious side, so you get to know my serious side. And I'm always thinking about stuff like this, ideas, things like that. Doesn't mean everything's always going to work. Sometimes it's like, well, I think about an idea and I'm like, well, I just don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to scrap this idea. A long time ago, well, my first idea, I'll say as fast as I can. Oh gosh, I'm running over an hour. I'm sorry. My first idea was to have my own 800 number. It was going to be through a company called Pay Per Call, and I would have my own 800 number, and people would call and they would hear at first I was going to do a ridiculous joke, and I thought, well, I don't know about that. And then I thought, well, I could do an inspirational message. So when they call and pay the $3 a minute, they would hear a good inspirational 30-second, 20-second message. I was like, one I came up with was, today, go out there and spread the love, because love always finds its way back, or something inspirational like that. And people would call, hear my inspirational message, and if I generated enough calls per day, then I would make a profit. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust this pay-per-call company that much, so I scrapped that idea. But the point is, I'm always trying to come up with ideas. And then I came up with the advertising idea, and it seems a lot more rock solid. I would have more control of it. It would be my own thing. We're a pay-per-call. I would have to rely on the company to have their computer system run my 800 number. I would have to rely on them to, when someone calls, to make sure they played my inspirational message. I would have to rely on them to calculate my profit, send me the check. I just don't know if I can do that. So I scrapped that idea, and now this is my new idea. I have complete control over this advertising. I call all the shots. I set the fees. I do everything. I just need to get people to businesses, a person who's selling something, to say, yes, I want to hire you to do my, I got my campaign slogan for my business that would go on a flyer. I need you to type up the flyer and do the mailing for me. And then I get a profit. After I subtract the fees, the paper, the printing, the sticky labels, the cost for bulk mailing, I charge a couple $100 over the expenses. That's my profit, $200. And then I get more and more contracts, and the more I get, the more money I can generate. And once it gets where I'm getting a lot of contracts, I can think about hiring more people to help me part-time, and just let it grow as big as it can go. But one thing I always know that if I did say this, and if you did say it's a great idea, you should try it. When you come up here and you get established in our home, you should try that in the future. I'm never going to let money go to my head. A lot of people, they make money and they let it go to their head and they forget about God. I would never forget about God. I will always do things to help out any way I could. Helping, give to a church, give a charity to a church, maybe give to the homeless shelter some money. Always want whatever I make, a certain percentage of that to help people out, so it's pleasing to God. Maybe I could just buy, 1,000,000 gospel tracts and hand them out to everybody. If you don't know what gospel tracts are, just go on Ray Comfort's website, livingwaters.com, it tells you what gospel tracts are. I looked into this. I think they're pretty cool. And I thought about buying some. They're like, you can get 100 of them for $6, and just someone's having a bad day, maybe someone's kind of rude, and you say, thank you so much, have a good day, and here, this is for you. And they have one that's it says ticket to heaven. And I thought about, wow, that'd be great. If someone's just not having a good day, I could be like, you have a good day, and here's a free ticket for you. And just say, here's a free ticket to an upcoming show, you know. And then they say, oh, thanks. And then they read it. It's like, oh, a ticket to heaven. And then it talks about basically the things that Ray Comfort talks about, and Kirk Cameron when they're out doing Way of the Master. It goes through those techniques. It calls out people's sin, and it gets them to question their own sins, gets them to question, okay, I'm guilty. What happens if I die? Am I go to heaven and hell? You know how it goes. You've seen the techniques of Way of the Master when they're out there doing it. That's what the gospel tracts are. So that'd be kind of fun, just to give to people and spread the message of Jesus. I'm not good about going out and talking to people about Jesus. You know, me, sometimes I get frustrated with people and I say, you know what, you need to be a better person, because, you know, hell is not a fun place to be. You know, I get so frustrated with people sometimes. And I'm thinking, I know Jesus doesn't want me to say that. You know, he wants me to handle it a better way. So I think, what would Jesus do? Gospel tracts might be a good way to do that. You know, I'm not a very outgoing person talking to people. You know, if I get a good feel for a checker at a store, you know, I can open up and crack a joke or something. But just going out and spreading the gospel, I can't. I'm not confident enough and bold enough. I can't be Ray Comfort. I can't be Kirk Cameron. I'm not them. But maybe handing a gospel tract in a tricky way, like, you know, thank you so much. Seems like you're having a bad day. Here's a free ticket. You know, hope you enjoy it. And then they read it. It's about heaven, and maybe it can change their hearts. You know, give it to them. Go outside of the car, say a little prayer for them, and hope see if it can work some magic. Anyways, that's my plans. Just want to run by you, see what you think. And, you know, I don't want you to think that I'm just all boring, and, you know, I got a lot of ideas in my head. I just don't want to be, you know, I'm on disability, you know, I watch TV, you know, there's more to me than I just want you to know there's more to me, and I want you to know everything about me, that I'm always thinking of ideas and things like that. That's just who I am. I'm always trying to come up with something to make my life better, things like that. So yeah, that's who I want you to know, that I'm always trying to be full of life and trying to come up with good ideas and trying to, you know, succeed and get ahead, and, you know, and things like that. So anyways, okay, I'll go now. It's 1 hour, 8 minutes. And it's going to probably take 3 hours to upload this. So you'll probably, when you get this, it'll probably be in the evening. Okay, alright, love yous. Miss you. Bye.